Hello, welcome back. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I'm going to show all of you all of the updates we've made so far on our new to us fixer upper. If you're new here, my name is Shannon and I just wanted to let everyone know that I do have a vlog channel which I will link below if you want to see more up-to-date information and day in our life videos. And I also have an Instagram where you can see, again, more up-to-date information as it's happening. I've had a lot of questions about what we've done so far and kind of the sequence of events, and we've only had the keys to this place as of today about 3.5 weeks. And we've accomplished quite a lot. So I just wanted to take you along on the story of what we've done so far and kind of the sequence of events that has brought us to where we are at this moment on this house. If you haven't seen my walkthrough of this home, I will link it below and I will also have it above. But this house was a real mess when we received it. Our goal was to have this place painted before we actually moved in. So we received the keys on July 2nd. We had the painter all set up and we were planning on moving in here on July 5th. And the painter assured us that he would have everything done by the time we would move in here. We were just painting the house completely white, the ceilings, the walls, and we opted to have somebody do this because it would have taken us a really long time and we honestly just did not have the time. We wanted to move in with a fresh coat of paint on the walls, and if you see that walkthrough, I'll put a clip in here, there were just tons of holes in the walls and marks everywhere. It was just a complete mess. And because the painter took way longer than he said he would, and I mean, it's not that it was necessarily his fault, it just took longer than he thought. And therefore we were put off moving in for quite a few days, and then he just didn't show up one day, so we just decided to move in. And I did a vlog on that I can link as well. But we moved in here and he was almost done. He came back the next day and finished everything up. But it was kind of frustrating because we were delayed a little bit getting in here. Once we were finally in here, we had so much to do as far as cleaning the house up. It was a real mess. The kitchen is from the 1950s, and honestly, I was questioning if anyone ever cleaned it the entire time from 1957 till now. So we were scrubbing it. I had a lot of friends come over to help, and we were just scrubbing this place from top to bottom just to be able to move in here. And then again, when it came to putting things away, that was extremely difficult. To this moment, a lot of things just don't have homes yet because the closets are just a bar and that's it. There's no storage, there's really no shelves. So there's a lot that I need to do to get this house functioning like a regular home and get organized. And honestly, that just takes time. It took us over 6 years to get our last place to where we wanted it, nice and organized and everything put in a particular place. And it's gonna take time here. I keep reminding myself I've only been here 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks because the painter was painting part of that time. So less than 3 weeks, I just need to take that pressure off myself and say, you know what, everything happens in time and someday this place will be nice, organized, and functioning really well. Once we were moved in, we started to realize things about this house that I feel the sellers kind of hid from us. For instance, there was no water pressure. And I don't just mean like, oh, it wasn't flowing fast. It was zero water pressure. So in one part of the house, if you turned the hot water on and then you turn another faucet on, it just barely dripped out. It took us over an hour to fill a tub about that much with lukewarm water. So we instantly realized after having 3 different plumbers out here that we would have to get the house completely repiped. We're getting the house repiped and all this craziness is happening right now. And I'll show you in here. We're back to square one. Everything is under construction again. And you can see holes cut in the walls. And I was so shocked that we were gonna have to do that, and there was nowhere in any of the reports that said that this would have to be repiped, we just bit the bullet and did it because we could not live here with that type of water. It just was not functional. No one could take a shower, baths, nothing. So that was high on our priority list, and we just chalked it up to the money that we saved by buying a fixer-upper, we're having to fix it up. So that's what we did. It's been completely repiped at this point. The guy finished yesterday, and now we are able to function with some nice hot water coming out at a regular pressure. But because of that, he had to cut into a lot of the walls, and now we're back to pretty much square one, where we had to take everything out of the cupboards again, and it's now just everywhere around the house. So it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And if you hear noise, that's my husband working right now, filling the drywall patches. Another fix that we made almost immediately once we were in here was the electrical. There were so many weird things about the electrical, stuff that was not even up to code. On the side of the house, there was this weird PVC standing up with a box, electric box on it that wasn't, if it got wet, it wasn't properly done. So we had all that removed. We had plugs that would not work. We had weird light switches that went to nothing, and just really odd stuff that we had an electrician coming here for about 5 days when he had time after work, and we got it all done. So that was another huge thing that we worked on. And because we were having that electrician here, we decided to change out all the light fixtures because they weren't LED, and that's a real waste of electricity. So we switched all that out as well. And we went to Home Depot, and I just picked out some really simple light fixtures and pretty much replaced every single light fixture in the house. And that can get quite pricey, but it was just one of those things that I wanted to have done immediately, so I don't live here for 5 years complaining about it and then eventually do it when I could just do it right away. Another simple fix that we did to really update the house is we replaced all of the door handles. They were old brass door handles that just did not work properly, and a lot of them had locks where we didn't want locks, or bathrooms that had no locks. So we just replaced all of them across the board, and that's such a simple thing. I did it myself, and it just made the house look a little bit more up to date and function a little bit better. Most of the windows when we moved in had blinds on them that the painter took off, so we reinstalled all those when he was done. But there were a few windows that are really hot and bright that had no covering on them in any way, and I didn't want to start with curtains because although I am going to hang curtains in some rooms, these windows are in the dining room and the living room, and I just find in the past when I've had curtains in those rooms, it just becomes such a nuisance for dirt and getting in the way. And so we went and just got some inexpensive blinds from Home Depot that we installed ourselves, and I recommend these because we had them in our last place, and even though they're inexpensive, they do last quite a long time. So I just wanted to get something up. So we did put those up, and it really makes such a difference with giving us more of a modern, clean vibe in those rooms as opposed to really heavy curtains, which is what they had when we first moved in here. I also did some extremely simple things like hang mirrors over the bathroom sink because there weren't any in some of them, and some of them were really bad. And then I also installed some hand towel holders and some toilet paper holders because I just thought those simple updates really make such a difference, and that was something I could do by myself because it is so easy. I keep telling myself it's only been 3 weeks and we've only really been living in this house for 2 weeks. So everything's gonna take time, it's going to be a journey, and I'm gonna do a series of videos about fixing up our house and how we're going about doing that, and I'll share everything with you along the way. And also don't forget to check out my vlogging channel, Simply Shannon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!